Hey, it's Baz here back with another YouTube video, and today I want to talk about PlayStation 5 exclusive Final Fantasy 16 could come to Xbox Series X and S. Let's get to it. So Final Fantasy 16 was announced last year as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and so it was back in September 2020. And this article has just come out recently, and somebody had put it up on their Twitter feed that it could potentially come to other consoles. Let's go through the article and then talk about it. Final Fantasy 16 might become a reality on Xbox. Final Fantasy 16 was announced as a PlayStation 5 exclusive console game coming in September 2020. However, a new listing on PlayStation's Australia PS5 page hints that it only will be a timed console exclusive, which would be good for news for Xbox fans. Previously, the game was tipped to come to PC after a trailer included small print at the end and that indicated a PC release. This was later scrubbed, however, and Square Enix even went on as far as to tell IGN we have no further information on if Final Fantasy 16 will be released on platforms other than PS5. But it seems that Final Fantasy 16 could be coming to other platforms and more specifically consoles, according to a small disclaimer on PlayStation Australia's website. As discovered by a Twitter user underneath Final Fantasy 16 release date, which is still to be confirmed, it says the game is not available on other consoles for a limited time. What's interesting here is that if the listing said other platforms, we assumed the game was coming to PC as suggested before. However, other consoles indicates that Final Fantasy 16 could make its way to the Xbox Series X and Series S at a later date. So on a Twitter feed, Final Fantasy 16 is a timed PlayStation 5 console exclusive, at least according to the official PlayStation site. It is. So Final Fantasy 16, the all-new mainline title, is the legendary Final Fantasy and the legendary Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy 16 is coming to as a single-player action RPG. The legacy of the crystals has shaped our history for long enough. So obviously we haven't got a release date here, but it says at the bottom, not available on other consoles for a limited time. Elusive exclusives. While exclusivity deals are part and parcel of the video games industry and can often encourage a potential shopper to choose one console over another, it's frustrating when messaging over timed exclusivity deals isn't clear. We've seen in countless times before as platform holders try to retain the illusion of exclusivity for as long as possible with the hopes that consumers will purchase a console to play that one specific game. As it stands, it seems like even Sony and Square Enix can't agree on the correct messaging, as this isn't the first time Final Fantasy 16's PlayStation 5 exclusivity has been called into question. Nevertheless, we'll eventually find out whether the game is coming to PC or Xbox Series X S consoles in the future, but for now, we'll just have to continue to speculate until we receive official confirmation. We've reached out to Square Enix for comment to see if we could shed some light on the situation, and we'll update this article should we hear more. So we're through the article there. Going to keep this video short. There's been enough text to read there. There's been a lot of speculation, and as far as I was concerned when I watched the initial trailer and seen that Final Fantasy 16 was announced, it seemed like it was a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Now, we haven't got any official confirmation of this as of yet, but there's usually no smoke without fire. That's all I want to say. You know, it's like they're telling a part of the story, but they're not telling the full story. You know, as to give, at least if it's going to be timed exclusive, be open and honest and tell if it's going to be timed exclusive. At least the other platform people who are on like a Series X or a PC or a Series S or whatever console you're on, or a Switch even. I don't know if it'll come to Switch, depending. Probably too high graphics for that, but maybe not the Pro. But anyway, that's getting a wee bit off track. Let the players know if it's going to be exclusive or not, or a timed exclusive, so at least the other platform holders, I know they maybe have a bit of time to wait, but at least they can still excite it and wait for it coming. I probably know what they're trying to do. They're probably just trying to not say So they're hoping that more gamers will actually buy a PlayStation 5 to get you to come to their ecosystem. Because if the people on the other consoles think that's definitely not coming, then they might jump and get a second console, which could, like a PlayStation 5 or whatever. Not going to say much more. It's just the way they market it, and obviously they've stuff like this has happened before with Square Enix and stuff and things between Sony and but I think it should be more clear cut, and that's my opinion. Let people know where they stand and what's going to be available on, so they can make their own decisions, and not trying to force people into buying where they want them to buy. But going to leave it there. Just a couple of thoughts I had on it. If you're liking the content I'm creating, you want to help support the channel, you can hit that wee like button. And if you want to see all my all my other videos, you can hit the wee subscribe button as well. And if you want to hit the wee bell notification, you see when all the future videos drop. And thanks for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Bye.